Hey, what's going on, everybody, tonight? Hello, everybody, tonight. Welcome to, of course, the one and only, the Big Time Show podcast right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube, and right here on, my goodness, Periscope. And, of course, right here live on our broadcast home, which of course is Podbean. Welcome to the show tonight. Hope you guys are having a great evening wherever you are. And for those that may be listening to this a little bit later on our various ways that we can listen to it, I hope that you guys will. My goodness, it's hot in here to me. Wow. I hope you guys will hang with us and listen to it at your leisure on, of course, the many streams that we're on, of course. Podbean, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all of these ways, LinkedIn, Tumblr. Forget that Instagram. I didn't do Instagram on tonight. So welcome on tonight to all of you guys. Forgive me for looking down, but I'm going to try to share this podcast with as many groups, cowboy groups that I'm in. I'm just going to go ahead and try to share this with you guys. So thank you guys for just coming and hang with your boy. I don't know where you are in the country, but right here in Memphis, it is incredible because we have at least almost over 3 inches worth of snow that has happened here in Memphis, and Memphis, Tennessee is not used to snow like that. It's almost like we got a visit from the north. It's almost like Detroit and Chicago and Milwaukee and all those northern cities, Minnesota. It's almost like we switched places. And you guys up north, or if you're used to snow, you know how to deal with it, because if you lived in Chicago and Milwaukee and all those type of places, then certainly you know how to function. But here in Memphis, if it just rained, we have a problem with people. We have a problem with people in the rain. So let alone it starts snowing. And we have it here. I mean, this place in Memphis, I don't care where you go in Memphis, it is highly icy. It's cold here. I think it's in the teens right now. And of course, the wind chill is in the negatives. Memphis is not used to this type of stuff. So if you are looking at me from Memphis, you know what I'm talking about. If you're in the Dallas and Houston area, the Texas area, certainly we've heard what is going on there with this, and we're praying for everyone's safety, realizing that a lot of people's power is out, and it is probably a little tough time for some, but nevertheless, we're here. I hope that I can give you a little break from worrying. I guess that's what I'm here for tonight, as we talk about, of course, the never-ending drama of the Dallas Cowboys. My team, your team. I think some of you are Cowboy fans. I hope you are. But if you're not, then I certainly understand it, knowing that we have many haters in Cowboy country. We realize that. We welcome you to the show tonight if you're a Cowboy hater. So tonight, I told you guys on Saturday that probably between Saturday and now, which is Tuesday, that something else was going to happen to keep me talking about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, it don't have to be monumental. It could just be a little something. Yeah, I see you, Fred. Here my Fred is. Here come my hater. There he is. I see you. That's Randy. That's my fraternity brother, a 49er fan. So, like I said, we welcome everybody here. We don't push them away. God bless him for his mental capabilities. So, what's up, Randy? So it's amazing to me how things just never end with that. And what we're doing now, if you don't notice, is we have a lot of chess playing. And here we go. I'm on Podbean. Hello to everybody on Podbean. I thought I spoke to everybody, but there y'all on Podbean. I see PBGD and a whole bunch of numbers. Welcome tonight if you're here. And of course, one of my patrons, one of the supporters of the show, Miss Ty's there, who is a 49er fan herself and a born Cowboy hater. No doubt about it. So, as I said, I'm surrounded by my folks. So tonight, it don't have to be much. But what we have is a lot of chess playing now between the organization and Dak. E. Kush, my brother. Oh, my brother. That's my guy. E. Kush, Cowboy brother. I think E. Kush, how long we've been kind of in the same groups now? I think, has it been at least 2 to 3 years, maybe? And you kind of learn people when you're in a chat group. And so E. Kush is my brother, and I'm glad to have him with me tonight. So what we're having, I see you, Miss Ty. She said she's not a fan, never a hater. Yeah, right. What's up, Tavis? My other brother is here. Some of these guys that are coming on are frequent visitors of other podcast shows themselves. I mean, they're special guests, and Tavis, who just joined in, is one. You'll find him on Boss Cowboys Sports. You can check him out. Most of you already know that E. Kush is about to be a guest also on that show, and I'm gonna have to sneak them in on my show every now and then too. But these guys are knowledgeable, and you don't want to sound like a broken record, so you got to come up with ways. Because these guys, we in chat groups and we talk about this stuff all day long. So a lot of stuff that they'll hear me say that we've already kind of talked about. But I'm gonna carry it a different way tonight. So you guys might want to hang with me just for a little bit. I'm gonna carry it just a slight different way. What we got tonight is the slowly but hey Matt, the slowly but surely positioning on the chessboard between the organization and Dak Prescott. At first, when we first started out, nobody really was talking. But as the weeks have went by, we're starting to notice that the talking now is picking up from both sides. There was a point in time when we were begging for Dak to say something, anything. In the last couple of weeks, he slowly but surely, and whatever fashion you want to put it in, he's starting to be heard, whether that's by pictures or whether that's by him talking to teammates, or his brother. You're starting to hear slowly but surely his side. The Cowboys side has pretty much been consistent the last few years in what they want to do. And what that is that the way they talk is they leak stuff out. And you'll hear the leaking slowly. If you listen real good, you'll hear it on ESPN, you'll hear it on Fox, you'll hear these things that are coming back. Exactly. And so we're in this position, as E. Cushing said right here. For those on Podbean, my brother E. Cushing just said it. Bottom line, you either gonna pay this man or you gonna let him fly. However way you want to say it, let him walk, let him fly, give him up, whatever the case may be. And tonight, here's my first argument of the night. Now, it don't mean everybody have to agree with me. Okay, I'm not. Even my brothers here, we can disagree here in the chat room. We can disagree some more. Here's my first argument of the night. Here it is. Cowboy fans, we have got to stop being so emotional. And sooner or later, hey, what's up, E? What's up, E? Sooner or later, we have got to start thinking or attempting to think like the Jones family. Now I know that's not gonna settle well with a lot of you guys. I already know that some of you don't like that anyway, but you don't want to think we're just saying like E could say it. Pay Dak. We've been saying it for 2-3 years. Pay Dak. Pay Dak. Pay Dak. Pay Dak. I'm with y'all. And I'm with you guys. I want Dak paid. I do. As most of you know, I wasn't the one that was all for him at first. He grew on me. He had to grow on me. He has proven to me that he deserves whatever it is that he needs. So I want to preface my whole little podcast tonight on that. I do want Dak's sign, but tonight I want to look at things from the other side. We already know our side. We want him paid. We want him. We want him. We want him. We want him paid. I know we do. But can we just try to get into the mind, of Jerry and Stephen Jones? I got a few things that I have to that I really want to just bring up tonight as evidence. Let's do a small case study tonight from the other side. Okay, can we do that? And you may not agree with it, but here it is. Here I go. Here's the first thing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna move E's comment down. Y'all look at this. Came from Blogging the Boys. Forgive me for not knowing the name real quick, but it's an article that was written. The argument in this article was simply that the Cowboys are not attractive no more. That's really what he was saying. And in the article, as you can see, I highlighted this part. It says that there seemed to be a disconnect from reality for the Cowboys' brain trust. I could stop right there and just talk. But it says, to expand on the metaphor from the tweet, the staff seems to think like an aging beauty who doesn't realize their attractiveness is fading. And they are no longer the hot one in the room. But they still continue to act like they are, and wonders why the ways of making the suitors work to get attention just aren't working. Let's just stick there. I know some of you are reading the rest. Okay. And I'm coming to your comments. We marketing wise, come on now. Get the emotion out of the way. Marketing wise, we are the most attractive. The Dallas Cowboys is proven is the most lucrative franchise in the entire world in all sports. All sports. The Cowboys are. We know that. So marketing wise, for some reason, we still up there. Team wise, however, and to winning football games, and when it comes to winning division championships, when it comes to winning conference championships, and yes, when it comes to winning the Super Bowl, we're nowhere to be found. I know some of y'all don't like it, but you see, I got my jersey on. I'm a Cowboy fan. I can say this tonight. We're nowhere to be found. It almost reminds you, good people. It almost reminds you of how the NBA is slightly when it comes to big market teams or small market teams. When I say a big market team, like right now, the Lakers are playing Minnesota on my TV right now. Okay, the Lakers are known as a large market team because of the place where they live, which is LA. There's too much stuff to do outside of the court where players can make money. LeBron is the perfect example. He got a production company. He has, invested in restaurants, celebrities everywhere. It's a big marketplace. In opposed to Minnesota, however, the biggest thing in Minnesota is Prince. And he gone. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's nothing attractive. So free agents will not be trying to sign up to come to Minnesota. It's cold in Minnesota. It's 15 inches of snow there. Nobody don't want to come to Minnesota and play. But everybody want to play in LA. And the funny part about it is transfer that to I'm seeing all your comments. I just want to get this point out. I'm coming to everybody because y'all are helping me because I'm slightly reading it and you guys are helping me. But when it comes to Dallas, when it comes to the city of Dallas and the state taxes, Dallas is attractive. It's a big city, big marketing city. But just like LA, and if we want to just go strictly NFL, just like Tampa Bay, everybody wanted to play with Tom Brady. Just like most folks want to play with LeBron James. Why? Because they know that if they want to win a championship, they're going to try to get to those guys because usually LeBron is in the finals every year, just like Brady seemed to be in the Super Bowl every year. I ask y'all this tonight. Other than no state taxes and other than Dallas being a good city, when it comes strictly to the Dallas Cowboys, are we attractive? I don't see it. I'm sorry. So the chances, I bring all that up to say for all you guys who are Cowboy fans that are hell bent on trying to get these big name free agents. Can I tell you this? Look, folks, J.J. Watt would probably want to play in Green Bay first before he come to Dallas. I'm just as cold as it is in Wisconsin, as bad as the weather is. J.J. Watt knows that if he got Aaron Rodgers, he has a legitimate chance to win the world championship. Okay? For those, look, everybody loves J.J. Watt, and yes, he would be a tremendous asset to this team, an instant upgrade to our team. Okay? I'm not even arguing that point. I'm just saying he'd rather go play with his brothers in Pittsburgh, rather come to Dallas. And Pittsburgh is not known as a Super Bowl contender. I'm just saying, he would rather play with Tennessee. If you've been watching TV, Tennessee is looking like the place, that's up there on his list. He would rather play in Nashville, just a couple of, thank you, Tavis. I see you. Cleveland. When would you think today? I see you, Matt. That's not the issue. Can he stay healthy? That's not what we're talking about tonight. What I'm talking about is, when have you seen a player that will pick Cleveland over the Dallas Cowboys? Come on now. We're not attractive. We're not. Jerry's happy because his bank account is like the stock market. It just keeps growing and 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 growing. So I need you guys to get out the emotion just tonight, just for a minute. We can get back on emotion tomorrow because I'm going to be there with you. But as for tonight, we're trying to jump into the mind of Jerry and Stephen Jones. As my brother have just said here, Tavis, he said the front office. That's where we at tonight. Key Cook says we can't get Stephen to make any splash phrases, and they screw up every premium trade we try to make lately. Free agent is what won our last few Super Bowls. Thank you, E. Kush. The reason why I read that is simply because you are going straight to what I was getting ready to talk about. Thank you, E. Kush. I almost told you. I said, my guys got my back. I told y'all that. They already know how I am, so they already gonna take care of me. Let's just look at a couple weeks ago. My friend in here, Dion, said we are the Yankees of football. Yeah, we are that. But check it out. Let's look at the Super Bowl. Okay, just a couple weeks ago. What did Brady do? Brady was really the GM of this team. Okay, Brady pulled Gronk out the WWE. Okay, he asked for Antonio Brown when no other team wanted him on their squad because he was a quote unquote bad player. They got him. They pulled Antonio Brown, and Brady said, "Don't worry about nothing. I'm gonna put him right beside me in the locker room, and when we go on the road, Antonio will be my roommate." In other words, he's saying, if y'all bring him to me, I'm gonna babysit him. What happened? They brought him to him. So you got those guys. You got Leonard Fournette. You got guys. I mean, come on. He changed the team, man. Brady changed the offensive way they approach the game. Brady got all these different free agents in. LaShawn McCoy didn't even play. You see what I'm saying? Just go to a couple years before that. What did the Rams do a couple years ago when Brady beat them in the Super Bowl? The Rams said, look, we're going to push all our chips to the middle of the table. We're going to get Jalen Ramsey. We're going to go get all these folks. We're going to get Brockers. We're going to get all these people. We're going to get all these folks, free agents, and we're going to push all our chips. We don't care nothing about no first-round pick. We don't care nothing about no second-round pick. We're going to win right now. That's what Tampa Bay said. Forget 2 years from now. Forget player development. Forget all that. We're going to win right now. We ain't worried about next year. We're going to win right now. That's what Tampa Bay did. What they do? Push it all in. They the champs. What did the Rams do? The Rams said, we going for the Super Bowl. We trying to get there. They got there. They didn't win it because they ran into Brady. But they won. They won. They got there, the goal. So to jump in the mind of Jerry and Steven, this player development system that we doing. Can I tell you this? It's not working. I know it's hurting y'all because some of the players that are developing y'all like, let's draft them and let's get what we can get out of them for 3 years or before they contract in, and then we'll see where they at, and then we'll give them some money and try to keep them here. Man, look, this not working. Ladies and gentlemen, we were a 6-10 ball club last year. Developing. I know Dak was hurt. I get it. But the development is not working. How many years do we got to keep developing before we find out Xavier Woods is not the answer? Huh? What are we trying to figure out? What else do we need to see? Year 1, he couldn't cover nobody. Year 2, couldn't cover nobody. Year 3, the trend is there. Huh? How many years do we got to keep finding out? If Connor Williams is a good enough guard. He done played it. He got better, but y'all, some of y'all know I'm telling. I know it's hurting some of y'all. I know it hurt me to say this, but I got to tell y'all the truth. I don't understand why look. The NFL is a copycat league. Whatever the champion, whoever it was, or really you could say whoever got to the Super Bowl, whatever those two teams did teams are usually try to emulate what they did to get there because what they did worked. It worked. So I don't understand why we going the total opposite or try to do our own formula, which is the reason why people, and I mean, y'all got me sweating up here already because it's emotional for me. Listen, it makes me wonder, y'all. It makes me wonder. And somebody please help me. I may be wrong. I'm open for somebody to change my mind. I don't know it all. We just having a group discussion tonight. It make me wonder, y'all. I told you this Saturday. It made me wonder: are we really trying to win, or are we developing? And here's my argument: you can't have it both ways. You can't. It's either you're trying to win, or you're trying to develop. And if you are trying to have it both ways, you're gonna end up 9-7, 8-8, 10-6, possible second round, possible. And you ain't gonna win nothing. Huh? He could say this. Y'all hang with me because I got some more stuff for you now. I know this is different. I just want you to see it. He could say it's almost like we're setting our team up for success every year. Then we start dreaming of excuses not to make it work. I'm tired of reality TV. I agree 100% with E. Kush. Tavis says they're not business, no football orientated business. I don't know about that one, but I'm coming, Tavis. You got a point there. Kerry says Cowboys don't spend money in free agency, always bargaining, expecting the best. Kerry, I'm coming to you because all y'all right. Okay, check this out. Check this out. We need to have this. This is my solution. We need to have this mindset that we need to win right now. Here's the reason, and it's really simple. The window is closing. Huh? The window is closing. 3-4 years ago, when we were considered the best offensive line in the game, that's over now. We had 3 all-pros, not Pro Bowlers, all-pros on our offensive line for at least 2-3 years in a row. Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin. Them were 3 first-team all-pros. They hurt now. Frederick is retired. Zach Martin's body is starting to break down now. I ain't got to say nothing about Smith. We all know Smith's breaking down. He's on the tail end. The window is closed. It's you. I don't understand why we not to go to y'all point about the free agencies. I don't see why we didn't do it. Why didn't we go after them? The window is closing, so you can't sell me talking about you trying to win. When out to go back to what Karen said, when every time it's free agency time, you shopping at a thrift store rather than at a premium place. We ain't even shopping at Walmart. We shopping at a flea market. That's what we shopping at. All these big names, y'all already know when we start seeing all these big name folks, don't get excited. Don't even think about it. Don't y'all get excited. Stop getting all hype. Stop putting all these Facebook posts because you see some big name come out. Patrick Peterson, woo, he gonna be a Cowboy. Woo, JJ, woo, JJ, yeah, woo, woo. Deshaun Watson, woo, 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 yeah, Cowboy, yeah. All these folks y'all getting hype about. Why are y'all getting your blood pressure going up? We don't shop like that, y'all. We let the first round and the second round of free agents go. And then we come with our pockets full, walking up to the window. What y'all got left? What's in the store? Got here, good practice squad player. You know what we need. Sign them up. Man, y'all killing me. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So let me take this part here down because I saw that article, and what it did, it triggered something in me. It really did. It triggered something in me that, Tavis, yeah, exactly. Russell Wilson, y'all, oh my God, we all got hype over that. We got hype. But see, Tavis, I can't blame us because that's the fan perspective. You see what I'm saying? And the fan perspective is always going to try to make the team better in ways that we know it can be better by getting those type of players. And I really believe tonight that the problem is for us is that we keep looking at it from their perspective and we don't really concentrate and home in on the Jones perspective. That's what I want to do tonight. Okay? That's really what I want to do tonight. So maybe we can get somewhat of a better understanding of what we're seeing. So here's my next piece of evidence tonight, if you don't mind. As I told you, we're playing chess. I don't really have to explain the Jones side, but I want you guys to just pay attention slowly but surely about how they're starting to leak things out. And I'm not saying this person actually is doing this. I'm just saying that we need to pay attention to this tonight. Let me get it set up for you. And here we go. I think this is it. Actually, I got two of them. Let me make sure this is it. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. Just hang with me just for a second here, and I will get it to you. Let's see. This is it. That's not it either. Anyway, Mike Greenberg put out something the other night. Well, actually yesterday. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, here it is. 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 Let me share this with you. This is what Mike Greenberg said. Mike Greenberg said, basically, let me move this out there. Basically, Mike Greenberg says that realistically, the best thing that they can do is sign, talking about Dak, and trade him and rebuild. Because even with him, they're a bad team. Now, I wasn't too concentrated on the thing about signing them and doing all that and rebuild. That last sentence kind of shook me a little bit because here I told y'all, look, y'all need to get out of your emotion right now. I want y'all to be truthful. We ain't gonna tell nobody. We just Cowboy fans. There ain't nobody else looking. You know, most of everybody in Cowboy fans. On this show, you can tell the truth, okay? Y'all can tell the truth. I'm not gonna kick you out. I'm not gonna do nothing like that. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna fight because everybody got an opinion, okay? So we're not gonna fight about this. I want y'all to look at that last sentence there on there. And I want y'all to tell me if Mike Greenberg is lying. He said that even with Dak, we're a bad football team. Okay? I know it's hurting y'all. I know. Because it hurt me when I saw it. And I said, that's the truth. But check this out. Why did I put that up there? For those on Podbean, I'm sorry that you're not seeing this. It's all there. There's a screen that's up talking about Mike Greenberg saying that. Greenberg down. Oh, okay. I get it, Kermit. You say they're all idiots. I that's why I say I need you, Kermit. Kermit, I understand. I understand. I ain't say we're leaning on it. I just want you to remove the emotion out the way. Okay? Move the emotion out the way, Kermit, for me. Just give me about 20 seconds of you not being emotional. Because I had to do it too, Kermit. I need you to look at that last sentence that you seeing on the screen there. He says, because even with that, we're still a bad team. I had to sit down and say, he ain't lying. Curry says, with that, we could at least won the NFC East. I told you. Oh, we're not talking about that though, Kermit. That's not what we're talking about. Because I agree with you that if Dak would have been here, we would have won the NFC East. I give you that. I give you that. But here's my point. When Dak was going crazy when he first got there, what was our record? What, 1-3? I'm trying to get you guys to see Jerry and Steve. I ain't saying I agree with it. I'm saying I need you to think that. Now, when Mike Greenberg said that, and that little thing there, it got me to thinking. I really believe that Jerry and Steven, it's a part of them that is thinking the same exact thing that Mike Greenberg just put out there. Because if they didn't, y'all, why is it that it's taking so long for this man to get signed when mostly everybody know that this man is supposed to be signed? I agree with you, Vaughn. I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying there. Defense gonna stop nobody. There's no question about that. And we're not accusing Dak to be the problem. We don't. I'm not, at least. I'm not saying that at all. It's just that if the Cowboys are really concentrated on winning, my question is, as if you've been following me for a while, I still am saying that the Cowboys do not fully believe in Dak Prescott. If you want to know why, there it is, Tavis. I've been saying it for the last 2 years. I done got ridiculed by other Cowboy fans. I done got muted out of conversations. I done got all that. I'm still saying the same thing because the evidence is showing it's the truth. No other quarterback, franchise quarterback, is going through these type of things. Nobody, no other franchise. Kirk Cousins made a choice to stay on the franchise tag. Everybody else, they believe in, they sign them. They do. Why is it done took 3 years to get this thing done? It don't take that long. Unless you don't believe in them. That's my perspective. Yours may be different. I don't care about the 4 years, 5 years, couple dollars here, no. There's ways you can get around it. I just don't think they believe in them. I don't. And if that's the case, that is the mindset of Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. But here's my other question tonight, and I'm almost through for the evening. Here's my other question tonight. Is it really Jerry or is it really Stephen? I think that's a fair question tonight. See, I think that we really need to think about, because some of this stuff just don't fit Jerry Jones. Huh? It just don't. He could says they go to sleep dreaming up excuses not to win and not to make it work these days. I can't remember the last time we haven't started a season out with no distractions, excuses, or suspended players. Exactly. Hey, Willie Robinson, I'm sorry. Willie Robinson said we have the glamour position, but that old line like the 90s team. Yeah. Tavis says that's the question I got tonight. We steadily hollering Jerry. And my argument tonight is we may need to switch names because some of this stuff that we're seeing does not fit Jerry Jones' manner and personality. Jerry Jones is a dice roller. Jerry Jones is a risk taker. Jerry Jones go after folks. His track record says that. His track record says that. The conservative style don't fit Jerry Jones. It don't. We got to go all the way back to when he first bought the team and the players that he was signing and just going after folks, real free agents. And I understand it wasn't a salary cap then. I get it, but I'm just saying the aggressiveness. Some of these free agents that done popped by for the last 4 to 5 years, Jerry Jones would have went after some of them. I believe that. Because Jerry wants to win. He does. You done heard him say it. He ain't just talking. He wants to hold that trophy again. But he got a problem. And his problem is his own flesh and blood. Steven. And I really believe, y'all, I think it's time for us to start putting some of this blame where it really belongs. It is not Jerry. I believe that it's Stephen Jones. Why? Because the conservative style is not his daddy. But the conservative style is Stephen Jones. Why is that? Because Stephen Jones was put in charge years ago to get the salary cap issue with the Cowboys under wraps. It was Stephen Jones who got the Dallas Cowboys out of salary cap hell. It was Stephen. It wasn't Jerry. It was Stephen. So Stephen Jones, who's had positions with this salary cap messed up, he is the one that kind of saying yay and nay because he's looking strictly at the salary cap, which eliminates a lot of these big name free agents. It eliminates the middle free agents. And what it brings in is the bottom free agents from the bottom of the barrel, and that's who we usually go get. If somebody gonna say, well, what about Alden Smith? Alden Smith ain't played ball in 5 years. He's not the same Alden Smith that he was when he was playing. So don't give me that one. Somebody say, what about Greg Hardy? That was a Jerry Jones move. And it didn't cost us for Greg Hardy. Somebody said, well, what about Everson Griffin? He was a Pro Bowler. He was a cheap Pro Bowler too because he was just on the street too till we got him to get everybody. See what I'm saying? So I really want everybody to, I'm not about to blame Jerry. I know he got the last say and he got the money and it's his team, but he has given free liberty to his son, Stephen. And my argument tonight is the conservative approach, this player development style that we have is not Jerry Jones. That's Stephen Jones. That's not Jerry. It's Stephen. And as long as that system is in place, we ain't going nowhere, y'all. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Gary, my brother Gary done came in and say Dak's gone. He laughing at me. But he a Cowboy fan too. He could says we draft way too damn good not to go all in on free agency every year. We build it all the way up till we are a piece or two short and then we quit. You can't do that. And here's the other thing, y'all. We need to stop giving. I'm just saying that. Of course, y'all may not, agree. But here's my thing tonight. We need to stop giving credit to Stephen Jones about the draft. Okay, That's Will McClay and his group that does all the dirty work. Go get on airplanes. Go look at these guys. Stephen Jones ain't watching no film. No. He may be watching a little bit. It's the scouting department and Will McClay that when they get to draft day, they present them and say, this is the guy. This is the guy. Steven and Jerry, they say, well, okay, yeah. Okay, what y'all think? They ain't doing all that dirty work. We need to stop giving credit to Steven. Exactly, Willie. You're absolutely right. It's Will McClay. So Steven really is in charge of the numbers game, which very well may be the reason why Dak Prescott is not signed. It's not Jerry. It's not Jerry. It's Steven. It's Steven. It's Stephen Jones. It's not Jerry. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He is the one that's manipulating this salary cap to fit what the Cowboys do. And to his credit, he's done an outstanding job of keeping us above the salary cap or keep us in the salary cap trouble. He's done that. Cowboys, I think, in the top 10, he got the most money for free agency right now. I think right at 10, right as of right now. $10 million. We good on that end. But you can't keep telling me we want to win the Super Bowl and you're not doing what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. You're not going to win Super Bowls with player development. Not this NFL, because the NFL, Tom Brady and the Rams have adopted the NBA principle. That principle is stack the deck. Stack the deck. The Kansas City Chiefs, even though they drafted, but my God, did they draft well? They drafted Tyreek Hill. They drafted Kelsey. They drafted Mahomes. I mean, every now and then you get lucky like that. But I'm saying, though, but essentially the deck is stacked. That's what Brady did. Brady stacked the deck this year. I see you, Matt. Matt says they need to get off of Dak, and get on Zeke the way he's been looking. Trade him today. The team that wins is the team that wins free agent trades. You got to play chess. Exactly. The NFL have adopted the big three principle of the NBA. Y'all know what the big three principle is? LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Really, those were the two, but they had Rondo and now they got Schroeder. And the NBA knows that, look, if we talking about really winning, we're going to have to get together. What did the Nets do? I mean, like they really needed. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. It's an adopted principle. It switched to the NFL. Look, Brady went and got a Hall of Fame tight end. He really has a Hall of Fame wide receiver in Antonio Brown, Hall of Fame tight end in Gronk, a Pro Bowl running back in Leonard Fournette, another Pro Bowl running back in Jones, another Pro Bowl wide receiver, Mike Evans. The sad part about Tampa Bay was O.J. Howard was on the bench all this year. I mean, he was hurt all year. He coming back next year. And then you done heard what else they saying. You think Brady's satisfied? No. What's the rumors out now? Now they talking about how can we get Odell Beckham Jr. here? I mean, come on now. You stacking the deck, or you want to stack the deck. And here go we Cowboys talking about, we got good coaches and we're going to develop players and we're going to, develop players that get better and better. While everybody else stacking the deck, you ain't got a shot. This principle don't work. I got a problem with it, y'all. I'm sorry. I got a problem with it. I got one more piece of evidence. I'm gonna let you guys go tonight because I'm the more I talk about it, I'm getting upset. We gotta start thinking from the perspective of Jerry and Stephen Jones. Okay? I leave you with this, and I know y'all ain't gonna like it. I say the best for last. Y'all do not leave, because in order to understand what I'm about to show you now, you're gonna have to remove all emotion away. Okay? That's my rule here. You got to move the emotion out of this when I show you guys this, okay? I'm about to show you this. I'm sorry, Podbean, you can't see it, but it's another chart. When you jump into the mind of Stephen and Jerry Jones, and if you adopt my theory, and you may not, but if you adopt my theory in that I don't believe that they fully believe in Dak Prescott. So there's a question mark about the quarterback position. They probably don't want to pay Dak Prescott $40 million. That's just something that we just going to have to understand. Because if you're thinking about Stephen does have said, even said it last year. Y'all remember what Stephen was saying? Well, if we're going to win the championship, some of our guys need to understand that we need, a friendly type deal or something that's best for the organization in order for us to add pieces around them so that we can have a legitimate shot for the championship. That's what Stephen Jones said last 2 years. Well, last 2 years ago, you could have got him for right at $31, $32 million. It would have been good. Okay? That ain't going to happen now. The price tag done went way up to the point where it's $40 million. Stephen Jones do not want to pay Dak Prescott $40 million. He didn't want to pay him $31 million. So you already common sense would tell you that he don't want to pay him 40. So if you're going to jump into the mind of the Jones family, you got to start thinking Dak ain't going to be here. Whether we franchise tag him and let him walk after this season, because there's no way he going to, the franchise tag for a third year is $50 million. They're not going to do that with Dak. So if they don't do a long-term deal this year and franchise him, he gone. Okay, we got to think like that. But it's another theory coming up. I'm finna show you. I want you guys to get the emotion out. And I'm finna bring up a name that somebody brought up earlier, but let's look at this and get into them. You can't look at it from your perspective now. You have to look at it from what the Jones family probably is entertaining. I ain't say they're going to do it, but here we go. This is Deshaun Watson's contract, y'all. Can y'all see that? I need y'all to get out your mind. Get out your mind. Get it out your mind. I need you to see this. This is Deshaun Watson's contract. All right? This is the contract that he just signed. I need y'all to start looking at these numbers here, and I want y'all to see something. I'm not saying this going to happen, but I bet you they done looked at the same thing that we're looking at right now. Why I say that? When Deshaun signed, he got over $70-something million as a signing bonus, which means that his base for next year, if you can see that, his base is only $10 million, $10.5 million for next year. The contract is already signed. If let's just play as if the Cowboys will trade for Deshaun. The highest, if you go down all the way down to 2025, the highest payment is 2022, and the base pay is only $35 million. Okay. And this contract has already been signed. So, unless Deshaun hold out or something, then, which is highly unlikely, but there it is. Look at these base numbers here. Y'all see this? 2023. The base is only $20 million. Do y'all see? Look at the numbers. The highest number is 35. The next biggest numbers is 2024 and 25, which is only $32 million, which is what Dak wanted in the first place. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This is what you got to look at, y'all. Because I'm guaranteeing the Jones family done looked at this. And they ain't really sold on Dak anyway. Huh? Okay. That's obvious because they ain't signed them. Okay. Let's get that established. They ain't signed them. They're not big. They're not that big on them. But they may actually think that this guy, Mr. Watson, is an upgrade. And most importantly, he's cheap. I see you, Tavis, and yes, I don't even let me put Tavis in my comment up because I would not be surprised. See, a lot of y'all talking about Surtain, Caleb Farley, and Pitts, and Waddle, and all these guys, and the tackle from Northwestern. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be surprised if a quarterback ain't on their mind neither at 10. I'm just saying. Because if they know they're not going to pay Dak, they got to start preparing for the future because they know Dak walking. So look, I'm just saying, y'all look at that contract for Deshaun Watson. You don't sit there and tell me that you don't think if Dallas could sign Dak and then trade him for Deshaun Watson. Oh, Ernest, Ernest, I'm not disagreeing. We know we need to go defense. But the element is this. If your mind is already made up that you're not signing Dak to a long-term contract, you know you're not going to do it. You're willing to take this 1 year again, and then you're going to let him walk. Well, if you're really talking about winning, then you're going to have to get a quarterback. Unless, of course, we talking about rebuilding. Now, we rebuilding, then I agree with you, Ernest. We'll go get defensive players and all that kind of stuff. But they've told us, the fan base, we trying to win a Super Bowl. And with the players and the money that you invested into Amari Cooper, into Ezekiel Elliott, into DeMarcus Lawrence, into Lyle Collins, into Jalen Smith, when you pay that kind of money for all them guys, you ain't rebuilding. You trying to win. When you drive a CeeDee Lamb, when you could have picked a defensive player, you're trying to win. You try to give Dak all the type of weapons he needed so you can outscore everybody and try to win. So they're selling to us by their actions that they want to win. You got to have a quarterback to win. Okay? I'm just saying, when you look at the Deshaun Watson contract, now y'all ain't got to agree with me. I stand alone on this. That look mighty attractive. And keep in mind what I said at the beginning. I want Dak. I don't want Deshaun Watson. However, looking at this contract that he got right here, don't that look like a Jerry Jones type contract? The only thing they got to do is pick up this contract. That's it. Do y'all see? Look, next year, Deshaun is getting paid as a base on the cap $10 million. If Deshaun is only getting paid $10 million on our cap, can you imagine what we can do in free agency then? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. 2022, $35 million, which is what Dak wanted in the first place. Can you imagine? Because the salary cap going to go back up again the following year. Can you imagine what we can do? and Deshaun is young. I'm not saying, look, some of y'all mad at me right now. I'm not talking about I want Deshaun. I'm just saying I guarantee you that the Jones family have looked at this exact same thing that you and I are looking at right now. And I bet you they said, interesting. And if they're not looking at Deshaun, they're looking at somebody that got these type of numbers in their contract. That's what I'm saying. And I believe that a guy, watch this, y'all, Jerry Jones would look at this and storm out the door. But Stephen Jones would look at this little screen right here, and his mouth would start watering up. Because this is what he wants. This type of contract right here. This is what Stephen Jones wants. Okay, good point. What about all the draft picks you're going to give up for Watson? I doubt it. Well, Kermit, you would if it will only work, Kermit. It may not be as bad as what you think. If you were to sign Dak and then trade him, that would eliminate a few of those draft picks because you're getting player for player, and Dak is revered around the league. It'll be almost kind of like even swap, and the Cowboys would have to give up probably a lot of picks, a few picks maybe later this year, and definitely some picks later next year. But Dak, if they were to do this, Dak would eliminate all that first round, and you had to probably give up 10 without a doubt. But the trade-off would be, look, I got what everybody says is an all-world top 5 quarterback probably for the next 8 to 9 years with this receiving core, and it's worth the risk. They said the same thing about Amari Cooper when they made the trade of a first-round pick. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I want it done. I don't want it. I'm just saying based off this contract. That's all I'm saying, Kermit. This is what make Steve Jones eyes light up for this quality of a player and really this cheap. I don't know if y'all see at the bottom, Deshaun got all his money at the signing bonus, mostly. He got mostly all his money at the signing bonus. Matter of fact, it said he got $73.9, I think, $million as a signing bonus. So in other words, when he signed the contract, they gave him a $73 million contract in his hand, right then and there. Exactly, Gary. This is what I'm talking about. Gary brings up my exact point. Gary, right there is what I'm talking about. Gary said that's probably what they throwing up in Dak's face too. I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff that, not Jerry, Stephen Jones, because Stephen Jones is all about this salary cap. He ain't about, big names and big contracts. He ain't about that. No. He'll give it to the lineman. He hurried up and gave it to them. Amari Cooper was a force because he threatened it. So he was going to not threatening. He was going to another team. He said he was being interviewed by who was it? Washington or Philadelphia? It was one of the two. Oh, they hurried up. They jumped on that quick. They added a couple extra $1 million to Amari Cooper. We can't let him walk. But this is the kind of stuff right here. Tabs is right, and it's their fault. I'm saying the price tag has gone up, and this is the kind. I'll tell you what. You might be able to get it done. You might be able to get it done, but here's the thing. See, this is the other reason why. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we hanging tonight. This is the other reason why I have a problem with the Jones family. Because as you can see by Deshaun's contract here, you can see that Deshaun's contract is not so crazy after all. But here's the caveat. The caveat is you have to give a whole lot of money at the signing bonus. If you want these kind of numbers here that you seeing Deshaun Watson, then you got to give him all that money up front. See, there's ways you can get around this. You ain't necessarily got to get paid $40 million a year. Just make sure that it is over. Just give him his money up front in a signing bonus. It's really just that simple. If you want Dak to have $29, $30 million for a base on your salary cap this year, you can get that by giving him a whole lot of money at the signing bonus. It's real simple, which leads me to this question. Why haven't they done that? I got the answer for you. They don't believe in him. Deshaun, by look at the contract again, y'all. Look at it. Deshaun Watson next year, his base pay is $10 million. 10. Y'all didn't know that. Some of y'all didn't know that. That's what his base is for next season. Deshaun Watson only counts $10.5 million on the Houston, I almost said the Houston Rockets, the Houston Texas contract next year. Only 10.5. Why? Because they gave him a whole bunch of money at the signing bonus. My point is, if you don't want Dak getting paid $40 million, I really believe that Dak would take a gigantic signing bonus and would get paid like this or for a base. I don't think Dak really care about being the highest paid for 1 year or 2 years. Give him front load his money up front. That's all you got to do. It's simple. The signing bonus does not go on the salary cap. Y'all knew that, right? The more you talk about this thing, the easier it becomes. The signing bonus does not go on the salary cap. You can pay whatever you want to pay up front in a signing bonus. And the rest of it, you can manipulate your cap according to the contract. If it is that simple, why is Dak still not signed? Y'all help me. I know y'all talking on. I see. See, I'm telling y'all, we got to start. Let me see. Kermit said, because you made a long. Kermit said, let me get this off here. I got to read your whole thing, Kermit. You gave me a nice one. He said, I totally understand what you're saying, but look what the Lions got for trading Stafford. 3 first-round picks and a third and golf. Just what the Texans get for Watson. When Watson is better than Stafford, it's all ego and control with Jerry and Steven. I didn't think it's so much not believing in Dak. I don't think it's so much not believing in Dak. It's all ego and control. That's been the main problem in Dallas last 25 years. Kermit, you are absolutely right. I ain't finna argue nothing you said in there. I believe, though, however, that this is a case of where two things can be right at the same time. I really believe that. I believe that. Your points are 100% right. I'm just really my purpose. I'm not saying, again, I don't want nobody to get confused. I'm not saying trade for Deshaun Watson. I'm not saying that because Kermit is absolutely right. We would have to give up a whole lot for Deshaun, even with Dak in the trade. And the Cowboys shouldn't do that. I just really wanted to point out his contract and how it could be manipulated to work for your team. That's really my point there. This is the kind of contract that I believe Stephen Jones wants. And you can get that if you give Dak his money up front in a signing bonus. And it hadn't happened yet. My question is why? If you can do, look, the loophole is the signing bonus, y'all. That's really my point for this. The loophole is the signing bonus. And with the signing bonus, you give the proper money in the signing bonus. then you can do whatever you want to do with the contract. However way you want to spread it out, you can do that to make it work for your salary cap with the team. You can do all that. If it's that simple, why this man yet? Why? And the only part I will disagree with you, Kermit, is on. I've been on this for years. I've said I don't think they really believe in him. You say it's all about ego and control. I believe you're right on that part. But I really don't think, if you've never been with me, I've been saying it for 2 years. I say it again now. When Romo got his money, okay? When Romo got his money, these were the words of Jerry Jones. He said, I believe that we can win a Super Bowl with Tony Romo. When you hear him talk about Dak and Steven, this is what you hear, because you've heard it. They say this: he's a great leader. He has great intangibles. And then you hear this. They say, we're going to win a lot of games with Dak. You see the difference? With Romo, we're going to win. We have a chance to win a Super Bowl with Tony Romo. With Dak, we can win a lot of games. That's the reason why I say they don't believe in him. At least Jerry don't. Because if you said that about Romo, I know you said it about Aikman. I know you said Super Bowl with Aikman. I know you said a Super Bowl with Romo. All I hear is that he can win a lot of games. He's a great leader, and he's a great man in the locker room. Just the kind of guy you want for your franchise. I ain't never heard him say Super Bowl. I heard it with Romo, though. Okay? He could say is this: the signing bonus helps you distribute that money across the year. Sign. That's all I'm saying, he could. That's all I'm saying. Business orientated fan. He could say, how did Jerry amass all his riches? Thought he was the master of the deal. I'm just not saying. I'm not saying it either. I don't know. When it's so easy, every other team do it. I'm saying it really is that simple. He don't have to get paid $40 million a year. He don't. At no point in his contract. If he does a long-term deal, he does not have to get paid $40 million a year. He don't. I'm showing you what Deshaun got. There's a way that you can do that. They ain't done it. I see you, Tavis. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I can't even argue no more. I can't. I done proved my evidence to you. Some of you may not agree. I've talked this thing out with you. I tried to get you to jump into the mindset of what the Jones family may be thinking. I wanted to. I realized this is a hypothetical type podcast tonight. Usually I come with facts. I did come with a few facts tonight that you can see that. With the Deshaun Watson contract there that you're looking at, those are facts. Okay? So I did bring you the facts. Now, I done mixed it in with a little bit of my theory, and I apologize for that. But we got to get out of this fandom and start thinking like them so that we won't be so heartbroken. And so our blood pressures won't go up and all that kind of stuff, because I'm kind of losing faith here with the Jones family. When it's just as simple as sitting Dak down, saying we can't pay you this a year, but what we can do is slide you an $80 million, $90 million check. And for your base pay, you're going to get paid $9 million next year. I mean, for the next season. That'll be your first year. We'll climb it up to about 20, 22 next year. Year after that, we'll climb it on up to 38, 35, something like that. And then the fourth year, we'll bring it back down, all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. Thank you, Kermit. I'm just saying. I don't get it, y'all. Unless my theory is right, that they just don't believe in them. Y'all have. I know. I done depressed a lot of y'all. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry, but I had to bring this out. Tavis said 26 years, you should lose your faith. Which is a bad. This is another show in itself. This is a bad sign to me, because if this is the way that Stephen Jones operates with his daddy here, can you imagine how he gonna act when his daddy is gone? This is not a good sign. They believe Stephen Jones have showed me, because the pattern is there. So you got to pay attention to the pattern. The pattern is we're gonna draft well, and we're going to develop these guys. We're gonna give everybody. We're gonna give everybody 3 to 4 years of work. We ain't gonna go get no free agent. We ain't gonna look like DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm through. I'm really through, y'all. But like DeMarcus Lawrence, when J.J. Watt and Patrick Peterson, the news came out about them. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw how DeMarcus Lawrence put the little emoji up, like call me, or I'm gonna call you, or whatever. Okay. The Jones family on the other side, no. We don't want no J.J. Watt. We got Gallimore. we got Hill. We got Tristan Hill. We got Gallimore. We got Jerry McCoy. We don't want no. We don't need Watt. We got good young players. We got great young players. Why do we need Patrick Peterson? No, we don't need Patrick Peterson. We got Cheeto Awuzie. We got Diggs. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jordan Lewis. I know we don't have. We got to sign them. We don't need a veteran like that. A lot of y'all got hype over Richard Sherman. We don't need Richard Sherman. We got a great young talent here in Cheeto. Good old Cheeto. That's how they thinking, y'all. I mean, the pattern is there. How many free agents have we missed on in the last 6 to 7 years when we know we needed the help? No. We don't want Earl Thomas. Why you don't want Earl Thomas, man? Well, we got Xavier Woods. We still believe in him. We believe that he's going to be fine. We believe that he's a great young safety. He just needs just a little more work. Man, you want need work, you get Earl. Earl right there. Earl sitting right, Earl's waiting, begging to come to Dallas. Probably would take a pay cut to come to Dallas. That's what we're saying. Ron Leary was there. Ron Leary, as a guard, was there, ready to play. No, we drafted Connor Williams in the first round, and we believe in him. We really want to hang there and see. He's developing. He's getting better every year. He's just getting tore up on Sundays, but he's getting better in practice every year. Ron Leary right there, just sitting there. Huh? All these guys that we done missed out on. Look, I even come down a notch. We had Clinton Dix. Y'all, after this year, y'all don't think Clinton Dix would have helped us? Come on now. No, but what they say, we're going to cut you. Why you going to cut him, Jerry? Why you going to cut him, Steven? Why you going to cut him, Mike McCarthy? Well, Xavier Woods has really stepped his game up, and he's really, just dominant type player, and we're really understanding what he. Look, let's just stay within the team. Why did it take two years for 2 some odd years for us to put Donovan Wilson on the field? Come on, man. Come on, man. It took you that long to see that Donald Wilson was the best safety on the team? No, but y'all believe in Xavier Woods. And the development part is killing the Dallas Cowboys. The reason why I'm saying that, we see the pattern. The pattern is there. Steven believes in drafting and developing. You're gonna hit on some, not many, but some of these guys you're gonna hit on. Exactly. Tavis is right. Now they talking about giving Xavier Woods $25 million. I mean, what else do you need to see? I mean, he getting tore up every week. I'm just saying, man. You got safeties, free agent safeties, names that, not there, but they're solid safeties. You got safeties in the draft that's coming up. Probably a little bit better than Xavier Woods. I'm not saying Xavier Woods is just straight up garbage, but he ain't great. And this mentality is killing the Dallas Cowboys. Huh? Let me get back to my guy, Kerry. He said something funny. What'd you say, Kerry? They didn't come back and try to offer Ron the same money they said was too much, and he said, no, I'm retiring. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Y'all know the story, just like I know it. See? What you say, Gary? Gary says the Jones family are a terrible GM. They pay the wrong players. They're cheap and free agents, and they are trash at evaluating talent. But watch this. It's another one that you missed out on, Gary. Loyalty. That's another characteristic that you need to throw in. Loyalty. I prove it to you. Everybody know that Blake Jarwin was obviously at that point in time better than Jason Witten. They let Jason Witten dictate to them about Blake Jarwin. Jarwin couldn't even get on the field, knowing he was a threat. Jason Witten catch the ball for 3 yards and get a half an inch after he catch the ball. At that point, he was not what he is. Yes, he's great. Yes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But at that particular time, his time had went, and they were too loyal to him. Let him play another year. Blake Jarwin just sitting on the bench, can't get on the field. Blake Jarwin is out there now. I know he got hurt last year, but we all know he's a threat. Dak needs threats. Loyalty is killing the Dallas Cowboys. Killing us. Killing us, for real. Loyalty. You're loyal to Sean Lee. Sean Lee, they should not even offer him a contract. Last couple of years. Can't stay there, but they're so loyal to him. Look. Exactly. Kermit, you beat me to, I think we say it at the same time. Loyalty is killing us. Sean Lee is holding somebody's spot. Loyalty will not even make them put Sean Lee as a backup. Sean Lee will be starting, be splitting time, and all that kind of stuff. Loyalty is killing us. Tavis said, well, in that case, Tavis, I can't even say Tyron Smith because we got to have Tyron in because the backups get destroyed, even though Steele played pretty good last year at the end. I give him that. See, we as of right now, well, check this out. Okay, Tavis, you're right. Let me go back. You're so loyal to Tyron Smith that you won't even draft his new replacement because you believe in Tyron. Know his body breaking down. Know he getting older. Know he'll step slower. You won't even draft the guy. How about this? Loyalty. As bad as folks used to talk about Romo, you never really gave a threat to Romo as a backup quarterback because you were secure in Romo the whole time. You didn't put that pressure on him like that. Never did it. Never did it. Exactly. Exactly. Sean Lee took Malcolm Smith's spot. Malcolm Smith was playing great last year. They want to stay loyal to Sean Lee. Loyalty. Loyalty is a killer of this team. And poor decisions, free agency wise. is a killer of this team. Now, I say this and I'll leave you guys alone. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Now, if you're telling me tonight, hey, I see on Poppy, I'm sorry for just coming in. Glenn says Jerry seems to like those who perk up and kiss his butt. He said something else. Kiss his butt. His loyalty is to yes men that will tell him amazing how he is, sadly. That's more front office. Look, if you're telling me tonight that we're rebuilding, then a lot of stuff that what I said don't count tonight. But you can't tell me we trying to win a Super Bowl. See, and Cowboy fan, we so bad now that we don't even have expectations. What we always say, we don't even talk about Super Bowl. All we talk about is we're gonna win the division. Do you think Tom Brady say something about we just gonna win the division, man? Do you think Drew Brees say we're gonna win the division? Do you think? I mean, come on now. That's all what we say now. We for the last few years, we're gonna be the NFC East champions. We gonna win the NFC East. You don't never hear Super Bowl. Expectations are down, man. Now, if you're telling me we rebuilding, I get it. But if you're talking about winning the Super Bowl, then you got to show me because I don't see it. And you can't have it both ways. You can't be rebuilding in one area, then talking about we're going to win the Super Bowl in this area. In other words, you can't say we're going to stack this offense and then not put nothing on defense. You can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. You can't stack this offense that can score 35 points a game, almost 30. And then you got a defense that give up 38. You can't do that. You can't tell me that you're trying to win. You just can't. You can't do it. I refuse to do it. And because of that, we going to find out real quick, y'all. See, I believe they're going to franchise Dak and they're not going to sign him. In March, they're going to franchise him and they're not going to get to a long-term deal. That's my thoughts. Okay? Well, that's what I'm thinking. So I really believe this is the last year of Dak. That's me. I hope I'm wrong. But I really feel like this is the last year of Dak. So, and if they do franchise them, y'all can forget all these free agents y'all talking about. Because they go against the cap then. $38 million, you ain't got no money. Exactly. My friend said we've been rebuilding for the last 25 years. I don't know about that one, Nuke, because Nuke, listen, we've had the talent. Now, whether it was coaching or whether it was this or that, we've had the talent. We got too many all-pros on this team. Too many Pro Bowlers. We've had the talent. It's just something always in the way. And usually it's Jerry Jones. But as my argument was tonight, I believe Steven in the way. I don't think a lot of it is Jerry. It just don't match Jerry's personality. He's too much of a riverboat gambler. That's what his track record shows. For him to be so conservative like this. That's just not him. It's not him. I really believe Steven got a lot to do with this. But look, I'm out. I love y'all. Thank you for hanging with me. That's enough for tonight because I'm getting emotional. Let me read Glenn's thing. Glenn says, as a fan of a particular hockey team who spent a decade trying to win and rebuild at the same time, it ended with mediocre product and limited success. It sounds like the Cowboys. 8-8, 7-9, 6-10. That sounds like the Cowboys. When you're trying to do it at the same time, you're not going to win. When you're trying to rebuild and develop on one end, but then you're trying to put greatness on the offensive end, you're going to meet in the middle, which is 8-8, 9-7. You won't be battling for home field advantage in the playoffs. You can't win like this. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just showed you that. The Rams showed you that a couple years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. That era of development is it'll come back, but it's just not now. Now when Brady sitting over there in Florida stacking up and now talking about getting Odell, at least that's what the rumor is, want Odell to come. You gonna have Odell Beckham and Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski on the same field, and you talking about winning the Super Bowl somewhere else? Come on now, come on, man. If you want to compete, let's compete. Let's go get some folks. But good old Stephen Jones. I'm telling y'all don't want to hear me tonight. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate you guys. I may continue this talk because I had some more evidence to show y'all. I got some more. I look. I didn't look. I look as my grandmother would say when she was living. I studied my lesson. I studied. Look. I researched. I found some evidence that supported my claim tonight. I may bring it back Saturday for part 2 of this. Because we got to start thinking like the Jones family. We got to stop thinking like fans. It'll help us with our blood pressure if we start thinking like the Jones family. All right? Saturday at 3 o'clock. I appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight. Y'all share this if you can tonight. Listen, I got 2 things I need to tell you. Number one, the Big Time Show podcast is open for business. If you want to advertise your business on this podcast, we can talk about it. I can tell you about all the listeners that I have, how far the show reaches. It's just not, it's all over. Podbean affords me to my podcast show to be heard all over the world, actually. I have people that listen to me in Australia, the United Kingdom, what else? Canada, all of these issues. You may have business that you may want to have people out of town. At least give it the chance. You never know. Of course, you can do everything locally here in the United States as well. So if you want to do that, inbox me. Let me see if I have my name there. Maybe I don't. Just hang with me real quick. Here it is. Here's my name on Facebook. You can inbox me and we can get you squared away. There it is. There's my name. Find that name there. You can inbox me if you want business or your business highlight on show, become a sponsor. I would appreciate it, and we'll do the best we can with you. Also, if you want to become a patron of the show, if you like this little show that I got, hey, there it is. There's my Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. If you're on Podbean, all you have to do is go up to there where it says become a patron. Click on that button. You'll see what we need or what we're asking for. And you can do that as well. I appreciate all of you guys hanging with me tonight. It's sad, y'all, but we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Just hang in there. We're going to get it. We'll see you on Saturday. 3 o'clock, Saturday, 3 o'clock Central Time, 3 o'clock Central Time, Saturday afternoon. We might just continue this conversation with more evidence. But whether or not we talk about this or something else, I'm quite sure, let me say this, I'm quite sure that between now and Saturday, we're going to have some more news about Dak Prescott. I guarantee it. And if it's worth talking about, you know I'm going to bring it up here on the Big Time Show podcast. I'm just looking at my phone. As I leave you, let me look at my phone. For those on Podbean, you can't see me, but I've got my phone out because I want to figure out and see if I see some breaking news. Oh, I got it. I got breaking news. Dak Prescott still not signed. I'll holler at y'all. 3 o'clock. This is the Big Time Show.